Welcome to today's episode of A Feast of Cultures, where we're taking a delicious journey across the globe to explore one universal truth: food brings people together. Across languages, landscapes, and generations, food is far more than sustenance. It's a connection to ancestry, a vehicle of tradition, and often the highlight of life's most meaningful moments. But beyond the daily meals and family dinners, food takes center stage in something even more vibrant: festivals. In every corner of the world, cultures mark special events with unique dishes, traditional recipes, and communal feasts that stir the senses and warm the heart. Whether it's tied to the seasons, spiritual beliefs, historical events, or simply joy, food festivals are living, breathing expressions of culture. In today's episode, we'll explore how different communities honor their heritage through the flavors and rituals of celebration. From the colorful rice of India's harvest festivals to the spiritual symbolism of food during Ramadan, each tradition offers us a taste of something deeper: stories of survival, generosity, gratitude, and unity. So, grab your fork or your chopsticks and come with us. Let's discover how the world celebrates life through the universal language of food. Let's begin our global feast in southern India, where every January, families welcome the harvest season with Pongal, a 4-day festival brimming with joy, color, and gratitude. Celebrated mainly in the states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka, Pongal is dedicated to the sun god, Surya, who is believed to bless the land with abundance. The heart of the celebration is a dish also called pongal, a warm and comforting porridge traditionally made with newly harvested rice, milk, ghee, clarified butter, and jaggery, unrefined cane sugar. There are both sweet, sakurai pongal, and savory, ven pongal, versions, often flavored with cardamom, cashews, pepper, and ginger. The food is cooked outdoors in new clay pots, often decorated with turmeric and sugarcane, and allowed to boil over deliberately, a sign of prosperity for the year ahead. When the pot overflows, people cheer Pongalo Pongal in celebration. Homes are beautifully adorned with kolam, intricate floor patterns drawn with colored rice flour, symbolizing welcome and good fortune. Families gather not just to cook, but to share meals with neighbors, offer thanks to nature, and honor cattle, which are vital to the farming community. What makes Pongal especially meaningful is its blend of spirituality, agriculture, and community. In a world that moves fast, Pongal is a gentle reminder to pause and appreciate the land, the labor, and the love that feeds us all. Next, we travel to the lively town of Bunal, in Spain's Valencia region, where every August, the streets explode in a sea of red during La Tomatina, the world's most famous food fight. This unique festival takes place on the last Wednesday of August and attracts tens of thousands of people from around the globe who come prepared to get messy. The event kicks off with a bang, literally, after someone manages to climb a greased pole to retrieve a ham. Once the signal is given, trucks roll in and unload tons of overripe tomatoes, and the battle begins. For 1 hour, participants joyfully pelt each other with squishy tomatoes, laughing, slipping, and swimming in red pulp. Interestingly, the tomatoes used are specifically grown for industrial use and are considered unsuitable for cooking or eating, so the festival doesn't take away from food resources. After the fight, fire trucks hose down the streets, and the acidic tomato juice actually helps clean the town's surfaces. Though it started in 1945 as a spontaneous street scuffle, La Tomatina has evolved into a symbol of joy, freedom, and collective celebration. It may not involve traditional dining, but it proves that food can bring people together in unexpected and playful ways. Sometimes, celebration means letting loose and simply enjoying the moment, tomato in hand. Now, let's head to China, where the arrival of the Lunar New Year, or Spring Festival, marks one of the most important and joyful times of the year. Celebrated over 15 days, usually between late January and mid-February, the festival is a time to honor ancestors, reunite with family, and usher in good fortune. Food is central to these celebrations, and every dish is rich in symbolism. For example, dumplings, jiaozi, are shaped like ancient silver ingots and are eaten to bring wealth in the coming year. A whole fish, yu, symbolizes surplus and prosperity, especially when served with the head and tail intact to represent a good beginning and end. Another essential dish is nian go, a sticky rice cake whose name sounds like higher year, signifying growth, success, and progress. The most important meal is the New Year's Eve reunion dinner, where multiple generations gather around the table. It's not just about eating, it's a powerful moment of connection, respect, and renewal. After dinner, families often stay up late playing games, watching the Spring Festival Gala on TV, and setting off fireworks to chase away evil spirits. The Lunar New Year beautifully illustrates how food can carry blessings, hopes, and memories across generations, nourishing not just the body, but the soul and spirit too. Now, let's explore one of the most important festivals in the Muslim world, Eid al-Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice. Celebrated in countries across the Middle East, North Africa, and Asia, as well as in Muslim communities worldwide, this sacred holiday honors the Prophet Abraham's devotion and willingness to sacrifice his son in obedience to God. In the end, God intervened and provided a ram instead. To commemorate this act of faith, families who can afford it sacrifice a sheep, goat, or cow, following specific ethical and religious guidelines. But the ritual is not just symbolic, it also emphasizes generosity and compassion. The meat is divided into 3 parts, one for the family, one for extended relatives and friends, and one for the needy and vulnerable in the community. Eid al-Adha is a time of lavish feasting and heartfelt hospitality. Meals may include grilled lamb kebabs, biryani, roasted meats, spiced stews, and an array of desserts such as baklava, katayef, and mamul, which are delicate date-filled pastries. Across homes and communities, people dress in their finest clothes, exchange greetings and gifts, and visit one another. More than just a culinary celebration, Eid al-Adha teaches us about humility, sacrifice, and the deep value of sharing what we have. It brings people together around the table, not just for food, but for faith, family, and humanity. From the Middle East, we travel to West Africa, where the Yam Festival, also known as Homowo, is a vibrant celebration of harvest, survival, and gratitude. This festival is particularly significant in Ghana, where yams are more than just food. They are a cultural symbol of life, fertility, and wealth. Held in late August or early September, depending on the region, the festival marks the beginning of the yam harvest season. Before anyone eats the new crop, a portion is offered to the gods and ancestors in thanks for a bountiful harvest. Only after these spiritual offerings are made can the yams be cooked and enjoyed by the living. Yams are prepared in a variety of ways: roasted, boiled, mashed, or pounded into fufu, a smooth, stretchy dough that's eaten with soups or stews. Food is shared among families, friends, and entire communities, creating a powerful sense of unity and abundance. But the Yam Festival is not just about eating, it's a cultural showcase. Streets come alive with traditional dancing, drumming, colorful parades, masquerades, and storytelling. It's also a time when the Ga people honor their ancestors and remember how their community once overcame famine, emerging stronger and more united. At its heart, the Yam Festival celebrates the resilience of the human spirit, the richness of the land, and the joy that comes from both giving thanks and sharing a meal together. Now let's satisfy our sweet tooth in the heart of Paris, where chocolate isn't just a treat, it's a work of art. Each year, the Salon de Chocolat brings together chocolate lovers from around the world for an event that is part exhibition, part fashion show, and all things delicious. Held annually since 1995, this 5-day extravaganza welcomes over 500 exhibitors, including world-class chocolatiers, pastry chefs, and cocoa producers. It's more than a trade show, it's a celebration of everything chocolate can be: luxurious, artistic, cultural, and even a little playful. Visitors can attend live demonstrations, hands-on workshops, and guided tastings that explore chocolate's journey, from cocoa bean to gourmet bar. You'll find everything from single-origin dark chocolate to creatively infused truffles and sculptural chocolate art. One of the most unique parts of the festival is the chocolate fashion show, where designers and pastry chefs collaborate to create wearable chocolate couture. Yes, dresses made with real chocolate. These designs strut down the runway, turning dessert into high fashion. The Salon de Chocolat doesn't just celebrate indulgence, it celebrates craftsmanship, sustainability, and innovation in the world of sweets. It reminds us that food can be more than sustenance. It can be a canvas for creativity, a product of passion, and a truly global language of joy. From Paris, we travel to Japan, where the arrival of spring is welcomed with one of the country's most iconic and beloved traditions, hanami, the practice of cherry blossom viewing. Held from late March to early April, depending on the region, hanami isn't a single day or fixed festival. Instead, it's a seasonal celebration woven deeply into Japanese culture. The star of hanami is the sakura, delicate pink cherry blossoms that bloom briefly each year. During this time, families, friends, and colleagues gather in parks and gardens under flowering trees for picnics and quiet reflection. It's not uncommon to see people reserving their spots early in the morning to enjoy the perfect view. Food plays a special role in hanami. People bring beautifully arranged bento boxes filled with seasonal favorites like tamagoyaki, rolled sweet omelette, pickled vegetables, and onigiri, rice balls. Sweet treats are also featured, especially sakura mochi, a pink glutinous rice cake filled with red bean paste and wrapped in a pickled cherry leaf, and hanami dango, 3-colored rice dumplings on a skewer symbolizing the changing season. Hanami is about more than just flowers. It's a moment to pause and appreciate life's fleeting beauty, to gather with others, and to celebrate the connection between nature, tradition, and togetherness. It's peaceful, reflective, and quietly joyful, just like the falling petals. Now we arrive in Vietnam, where the Lunar New Year, known as Tet Nguyen Dan, marks the most significant and cherished holiday of the year. Falling between late January and mid-February, Tet is a celebration of renewal, respect, and reunion, an emotional and spiritual turning point that brings families together. Preparations begin weeks in advance. Homes are thoroughly cleaned to sweep away bad luck from the past year, and altars are decorated to honor ancestors with offerings of food, flowers, and incense. The belief is that those who came before us continue to protect and guide the family, and food becomes the bridge between generations. At the heart of the Tet feast is the bánh chưng, a square sticky rice cake filled with marinated pork and mung beans, wrapped tightly in green banana leaves, and boiled for 8 to 12 hours. The square shape symbolizes the earth, representing stability, harmony, and balance in Vietnamese cosmology. But bánh chưng is more than just a dish, it's a family ritual. The entire process is often done as a group, with older generations sharing stories while children help wash leaves or fold the cakes. The making of bánh chưng is a way of passing on traditions, creating warmth, and ensuring that cultural identity remains rooted at the family table. Tet isn't simply a festival, it's a heartfelt reminder of where we come from, who we share our lives with, and the values that carry us into a new year. From Vietnam, we journey to the United States, where Thanksgiving stands as one of the country's most recognizable and widely celebrated festivals. Observed on the fourth Thursday of November, Thanksgiving is a day when family, food, and gratitude come together in a powerful and deeply emotional way. The centerpiece of most Thanksgiving tables is the roast turkey, often accompanied by a generous spread of traditional sides, herb stuffing, creamy mashed potatoes, tangy cranberry sauce, sweet potato casserole, and of course, a slice or two of pumpkin pie. The smells alone are enough to make your mouth water. But beyond the meal, Thanksgiving is rooted in a story, one that blends history with complexity. It commemorates the 1621 harvest feast shared between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag people, yet modern perspectives continue to evolve. Many Americans now take this time to reflect on Indigenous history, cultural inclusivity, and the importance of acknowledging all voices in the nation's past. In homes across the country, traditions vary. Some families go around the table sharing what they are thankful for, while others volunteer at soup kitchens or invite neighbors to join the feast. Despite regional or cultural differences, the message remains the same: thankfulness for the harvest, health, relationships, and life's simple blessings. Thanksgiving reminds us that food is more than flavor. It's an expression of gratitude, a moment of connection, and sometimes even a quiet act of remembrance and hope. Every October in Phuket, Thailand, streets come alive with the sights, sounds, and scents of the Nine Emperor Gods Festival, more commonly known as the Vegetarian Festival. Despite its name, the festival is about more than just food. It's a sacred time for spiritual cleansing, physical discipline, and devotion rooted in Taoist traditions. The festival spans 9 days, during which participants wear white clothing to symbolize purity and follow strict rules: no meat, no alcohol, and no impure thoughts or actions. These acts of restraint are believed to invite good health and fortune. Rituals like walking on hot coals or piercing the body, carried out by dedicated mediums, are dramatic expressions of faith and self-sacrifice. But what draws many people is the incredible variety of vegan Thai Chinese dishes offered at street stalls. You'll find stir-fried tofu with basil and chilies, hearty noodle soups made with soy-based broths, dumplings infused with herbs and vegetables, sweet coconut-based desserts like Karnam Krok. What makes this festival unique is how food becomes a vehicle for both personal transformation and community expression. It's a vivid reminder that our food choices can mirror our values, connect us to ancient traditions, and inspire deeper self-awareness. On the 21st of November each year, the city of Venice hosts one of its most meaningful religious and cultural events, Festa della Madonna della Salute. The festival commemorates the Virgin Mary's intercession in ending the plague of 1630, which claimed nearly a third of Venice's population. As an act of devotion, Venetians built the stunning Santa Maria della Salute church, located at the entrance to the Grand Canal. Every year since, thousands of residents walk across a temporary wooden bridge erected over the canal to offer prayers and candles at the church. But this solemn pilgrimage is balanced by a celebration of life and food. After the religious rituals, families and visitors gather to share hearty Venetian dishes that are simple, comforting, and steeped in tradition. Sarde in saor, fried sardines marinated in sweet and sour onions, and raisins. Bigoli in salsa, thick spaghetti with anchovy and onion sauce. Frittelle, warm fritters often filled with cream or raisins. This festival is a beautiful fusion of memory, faith, and flavor. It reminds us how people honor the past, not just with silence, but with song, community, and the healing power of shared meals. Across continents and centuries, food festivals have woven stories of joy, survival, spirituality, and community. From Thailand's tofu-filled offerings to Venice's plague-era pasta dishes, each celebration speaks to something universal: our desire to come together, remember, and give thanks. We've explored traditions that range from the deeply sacred to the playfully messy: India's sweet Holi treats, Ghana's yam harvests, Spain's tomato battles, and Japan's elegant spring picnics. These events may differ in rituals and cuisine, but they all reflect our shared human experience of marking seasons, honoring ancestors, welcoming abundance, or simply enjoying a good meal with others. Even in modern times, these festivals connect us to the past while evolving with contemporary values, whether that means turning to vegetarianism for health and belief, or rethinking the meaning of gratitude in multicultural societies. So next time you gather with family, friends, or strangers around food, whether it's Eid, Tet, Thanksgiving, or just a weekend meal, remember that you're continuing a timeless tradition of celebrating life through flavor. Thank you for traveling with me through kitchens and cultures. Until our next delicious adventure, keep tasting, keep learning, and never stop celebrating the world's beautiful diversity, one dish at a time.